Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Health on this thrilling Thursday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life's good. Just got in from a 30-mile bike ride. Had a McDougal breakfast. I'll get to that in a minute. And John McDougal, man, I'll tell you what. I spent maybe 20 years on the Pritikin diet. I got great results. Pritikin, and we'll get into this throughout the summer. You saw the thumbnail, a McDougal summer. Pritikin was very much a mentor to McDougal. He had him. McDougal had him out to his house, and vice versa. McDougal was down to the Pritikin Longevity Center down in Florida. They're very, very close, and their philosophies were very, very similar. Okay, after Pritikin, I became enamored with Gary Null and his anti-aging stuff, and I tried that for a while. Now, Gary Null, at the time, I'm not sure where he stands now, was very much a Mediterranean diet, more oils and healthy fats and all that sort of stuff. And I spent thousands of dollars on his supplements and powders and all this sort of stuff. And I did all right. I mean, it was all right. Then I got into raw veganism and ultimately McDougal. Now, I knew about McDougal for a long time, but again, it is so close to the Pritikin that I just pretty much dismissed it. But I'll tell you what, man, God bless him. I wish I could have had more of a relationship with him when he was alive, because he knew his stuff, man. He knew his stuff. And again, basically raw, Pritikin, McDougal are very, very close. I'll explain that in a second. It's just a little bit of a tweak. Now, as you know, I believe in raw fruits and vegetables and starch. Okay? Starch on the side. The bulk of your calories come from raw fruits and vegetables and the juices. Okay? McDougal thinks the bulk of your calories should come from starch and fruit should be desserts. Vegetables, very, very important part of it, the whole 9 yards. But it is starch, vegetables, and fruit as opposed to fruit, veggie, and starch. It's a tweak. Now, I've done McDougal for a while. Now, I really and truly believe that the healthiest diet is raw fruits and vegetables. I do believe that. But I'll tell you what, in this world we live in, it is all but impossible to stay on it. Even for somebody as dedicated as me, which I am a bulldog when it comes to this. When I think something is good for me, I'll eat cardboard if I'm convinced that it's good for me. Okay? But in a perfect world, with Adam and Eve and all this sort of stuff, that's all it is, fruit and vegetables. This is not a perfect world. And number one, if it's tough for me to stay on it, it's all but impossible for regular people. And it gets downright, I'm not going to say torturous, because you can have all you want to eat. But anyway, it's just a flip of the combination. All right? Now, here's the deal. The thing that McDougal does not like about fruits and sugars. Now, remember, my sugar rules book is sugar in all its forms. Okay? But he thinks that sugar for sure and fruit is very, very high in calories. Okay? Now, I don't sweat calories because I work out. I did 30 miles before we did this. Okay? I never have sweated the calories, and I'm into my 70s. Okay? But McDougal, again, it's not a perfect world. He is not dealing with people that are as active as I am. quite the opposite. It's morbidly obese people and sick people with diabetes that are all but sedentary. And I guess to that point, and this is what we're going to talk about this summer, is maybe there's something to counting your calories if you're not burning them all off. Now, I burned off, I don't know, I don't believe in counting calories. I burned off 500-600 calories, and that's what I ate for breakfast. Okay? So I'm basically at ground zero as far as calories are concerned. Okay? I'm going to have a salad for lunch. Typical McDougall salad with beans and whatnot. And I will have more cruciferous vegetables. I have some cauliflower. I have some broccoli up there. And a handful of potatoes for dinner. And it's very, very filling. Very, very filling. McDougall calls, and I'm leaving a video down below of a TED Talk he did, which is just brilliant. Just brilliant. I defer to him. I really do. There's very, very few people I do I defer to John Rose, and I defer for sure to McDougall. Everybody else, not so much. Sorry, Dr. Ralph, I got you here. Anyway, I strongly suggest this book. It's an incredibly easy book to read, enjoyable read. His starch solution and some of the others got very, very technical. And unless you're into that type of stuff, which I am, not everybody is, it could be very, very dry. This is an easy read. Guys, you can do it in much of it is recipes that you don't necessarily have to read for information. You can knock off the book in a day. I've done it before. I've read it several times. So I suggest the book. But guys, if this raw stuff that I am preaching is not for you, I understand that. Give McDougall a try. It is a kindler, gentler, and again, you throw in all these comfort foods, which he calls the starches, and it makes, it's a game changer. It really is a game changer. All right? So, again, my breakfast, gluten-free cornflakes with a banana and 2 pieces of dry gluten-free toast. Okay? I have in the past gotten reactions to gluten. They weren't bad, but why bother? Why bother? I don't eat a lot of bread anyway, but I will on the McDougall, and salad for lunch, and potatoes and veggies for dinner. Guys, that is in and about 2,000 calories. I hate to do this. And I've already worked off 500. Now, I am not drinking juice or sugar water. I'm just drinking water. It's going to be up in the 90s today. So, yeah, my calories are going to drastically go down. And I will let you know if I'm just craving more calories or I'm satiated. And the whole thing with me, guys, is energy levels. It really is. I love, especially during the day, is to just be cutting edge on top of everything. And we'll see if these carbs in the different form, the sugar that I'm eating, is going to give me the same energy as the sugar and the fruit. Okay, so that's where I'm, and we'll see about the weight loss. I don't sweat the weight loss. I'm not overweight. I've never been overweight in my life. I have stopped the kettlebells for another video. So I will cannibalize some muscle in that regard. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes, and I will let you know. And if you feel like joining me, either follow me along on the on my YouTube channel. Check out his YouTube channel. I strongly suggest you buy the book. Amazon Prime, it'll be in your hands tomorrow. And again, it's very, very easy read. It's a very, very simple diet to follow. And the world is yours, Chico, and everything in it. All right? All right. Love you all.